All right, guys. Welcome back to the Monroe Show, episode number 6. Sorry about last week. We're a little bit in jail and shit. You know how that shit goes. Yeah. So this week it's me, Ray Zombie / Booty Eater Ray / what else was it?
Cream pie till I die, Ray.
Yeah, cream pie till I die, Ray. And with my boy Instagramless Georgie over here. Say what's up, Georgie.
What's up, everybody?
We miss your sexy voice, dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. And we also have a guest in the house. One of my really good friends from childhood, I guess. We were prepubescent boys fucking around and shit back in the day. My boy, Jono.
Hell yeah.
What up, what up?
Yes, sir. I don't know if you want to give your full name, but we could just go by Jono, right?
Jono's fine, yeah.
Yeah, Jono. My boy, Jono. All right. So let's get into it. Like I said, we were in jail last week. Speaking of jail, I've been in jail once, guys. You know. It was fucking crazy. I saw a bunch of crazy shit.
Were you a green bean or what was it? What color suit did you wear?
I was wearing blue, dude, because I was in my school uniform. We're on a school field trip and shit. That's the only time I went to fucking jail, guys. That's the only time. I'm a good boy. Yeah. So that's what it was. Had anybody else ever been in jail and shit?
I haven't.
Good.
No, Georgie?
What about you, John? You ever been in jail?
I've been there. I got the shot, the little make sure you don't have any diseases and shit.
Yeah.
No shit? What kind of shot is it, though? Do you know what it is?
I have no idea. They just
some fucking Lysol or what?
And they stick you, and basically, like, if it stays inflamed, you have to
You're
go
sick.
back. You have to go back to the doctor because you have some like tetanus or something like that.
They do the same shit in the military.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never done either one, so.
Yeah, so it was just that, and then you got shitty ass food, but hey, AC's pretty good.
The AC's good?
AC's good, and the water's hot, dude. Like the shower water.
Dude, that's good. That's good. I thought you meant like drinking water. I was like, fuck
drinking
that.
Water's nice and cold,
I was like,
baby.
what?
Like, it make you poop your pants and shit.
Kool-Aid is not bad.
Already sounds better than the fucking Navy, that's for sure.
The Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah. It's better than the Navy. Jail's better than the Navy, that's for sure.
How long were you in jail for, if you don't mind me asking?
You ready for this?
Yeah.
A month.
A month?
What
A month.
I don't even remember this shit.
man.
You should have told me. I would have wrote you a letter and shit, bitch.
Pinche Cholo, way.
Southside, baby.
But they're all, it's weird, man.
Wait, was it here locally?
Yeah, I went to the downtown jail, and then they sent me into the annex.
Oh, shit.
For like
Montana?
2 weeks, yeah.
You bad boy.
And yeah, it was crazy, man. I was there, and I was like, man, I don't belong here.
Yeah, fuck that place.
like as soon as I got to the annex, they were like, fresh meat. And
No
then,
shit.
It was so crazy, dude. And like there was some dude that had touched like little kids, and he was there in the same cell.
Oh, hell
I
no.
was like, what?
Big target.
But he was a huge motherfucker.
Shit.
And so he was just bullying people, and I just stayed clear. Basically, I just kept my head down for a month or for 2 weeks, and then went home.
Yeah.
Dude, that sucks, bro. I mean, goddamn.
Yeah.
I had no idea. You blew my mind and shit. Thought we were closer.
Really?
I guess we're not that
Like,
close.
I saw your eyes open. I was like, oh, damn.
Something else open, too.
El culillo.
El pinche culillo, güey.
But,
Damn,
you
dude.
know, it was a rough time in my life, and now things are looking up.
Hell yeah, they are
Yeah,
good
bro.
shit, dude. On the come up, baby.
That's right.
What was your favorite meal in jail? Besides ass? Besides eating ass?
Ass boys. It's funny. You're talking about, what is it, hashtags or your taglines?
There's a bunch of different ones we got.
So, my brother and I, since we're Gaitan,
Yeah.
and when you spell our name, it's gay, tan, we've been doing Gay Boy Strike Again.
Hey, nice. I like that. Hey, shout out to
yeah.
Pride Month. Shout out to all the gays out there. We love you guys.
We love you.
Hell yeah.
Hey, exit only though for us. Fuck yeah, good shit, dude. So the reason we have John on the one of the reasons is he's a brewer. He's a really cool dude. He gets down with the brews. You know what I'm saying? You want to talk to us a little bit about that?
So actually, I'm going back.
Oh, actually, you know what? Hold up. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt you like that.
You're good.
I forgot, dude. Drunk story time.
Oh, let's do
let's
drunk
do it.
story,
Get
yeah.
into our drunk story.
Okay.
Whatever you want to share with the people.
Let's see here. I don't know. I just remember if we want to talk about our prepubescent times, we I just remember the buoy one where
Fuck buoy.
somebody fucking ran into the gate.
Oh, dude, that shit was fucking
What the
crazy, dog.
fuck?
Dude, so there was this cat that he didn't fuck with me. He didn't like me or whatever for whatever reason.
From Brewing?
No, we were the same high school. or
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
And we had I don't know. It was so
It was a football pregame. That's what it was.
football, and we were in high school. I can't believe we did this where we had like a pregame.
Pinchy
game?
tailgate. That's what it
Like
was.
a
Tailgate. Yeah.
at my house.
At his crib, dog.
Like at 11 in the morning,
Oh,
12 in the morning.
fuck
We
yeah,
had 30
dude.
packs ready to rock.
Oh.
We had burgers grilled.
In high school.
In high school, bro.
And so by like 4 o'clock, getting ready for the game,
Yeah.
the guy that doesn't fuck with him Ray was like out. He was
Yeah.
gone. He
Fucked up, dude. Like beyond
Lit.
fucked up.
Lit.
Yeah. And I don't know what happened, but the motherfucker decides to run from the house, right? Run away from us.
Well, first he said some shit to me. Like he was like we're homies. Like the whole time, like he was all fucked up. He was all like hugging me and shaking my
like
hand, and I'm
cool
like,
and shit.
yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with this dude? But then I was like, oh, he's fucked up. So I was like, it's all good, whatever. So then he starts. I don't know what the fuck we're trying to like wrangle him inside or take him inside for something just to calm him down for some reason.
Yeah.
And he slipped from us, and that's when he fucking took off running.
And he took off running. And so, like, my neighbor 3 doors down, basically, had a fence, like an iron rod fence.
Dude, iron rod, bro.
That was white. And so he opened it. He had it open all day, every day.
Yeah.
So if you were running and not paying attention and drunk, you were easily going to just fucking run into. And sure as shit, he's running. And
Dude, he's fucking. He looks back laughing like, "Ha ha! You can't catch me!" type shit. And I'm just like, "Bro, like chill." Like I'm telling him, like chill.
And he just boom hits the fence. And
Head first, bro.
We're fucking dripping, dude. Like we're like not like on drugs or anything. We're just like shit. This dude's bleeding.
Oh,
we gotta take him to the hospital. You could see like the tissue. And
Bro, he was. Oh, it was a nasty ass cut in his eyebrow, right? Was it eyebrow?
On his eyebrow. and so we have to take him to the hospital.
Yeah.
So we end up taking him to the hospital. One of my other homies, Berger, I think is the one that helped me take him to the hospital.
I was with you too. I was in the back seat. So it was you. I think Berger drove because he was sober.
Yeah.
You were in the passenger. I was in the back seat. And this motherfucker, he's like freaking out. And he puts his fucking head on my lap. And I'm thinking like, dog, this ain't gay pride and shit. Chill.
And you had the blood on your pants.
Yeah, I remember I had blood
He just
on my
wanted
pants.
to know you cared,
Man.
Wade.
It was crazy, man. But ultimately, we drop him off at the hospital, and we're like, okay, well, we got to go to a fucking football game.
Yeah, we were like, fuck this. So we went to the game.
Priorities.
And so now his family's calling us. Did we fuck him up? Did we, like,
all this crazy
all this
shit.
And we're like, no. Like, luckily, nothing happened. You know?
Right,
We
right.
came to. And
Just a little cut.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Some stitches. It was pretty big.
Dude, I remember he comes to school on Monday, right? And we're all at lunch. Like, we all get together in front of the gym, right?
Yeah.
And then he pulls up or whatever, and then he's like, "Hey guys, this and that." He has these big ass sunglasses, and we're like, "Yo, let's check it out." So like, let's see your glasses. He pulls them up, dude. His eye was all fucked up, stitches and all these bandages. He was fucked up, dude. We're just like, "Holy shit, bro!" Like, he got lucky he didn't break his fucking face,
real,
Like
dog.
it was right there, bro. He could have fucked his orbital up and shit.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Damn.
I forgot about that story, bro. Oh shit, good times, man.
That was just one of them. I had a lot of parties.
Yeah.
No worries, dude. We have plenty of time for you to be a guest for
Okay.
more stories.
Damn,
But yeah,
bro.
let's get back into the brewing real quick. So what got you into it? Let me ask you that. Or how'd you get started?
My dad basically started us drinking
Hell yeah.
at an early age, and we were also in high school drinking shitty beer.
Right,
And
right.
so I guess he saw an opportunity to get me into pretty good craft beer.
Yeah.
And so he just took us to Buddy's Beer Barn, and we would learn about the beer, drink it. Like, oh shit, this is gross. Oh, this is pretty good.
So he's a connoisseur, you would say.
Yeah. Basically,
Yeah,
he
he
loves
is.
his beer. He's taught me most of it. And
Right.
one day I was just like, well, I want to make it.
Hell yeah.
And
Simple,
so-
right? Like,
yeah.
I just want to make it.
And so I had been working at Toro Burger, and there was this table, excuse me, that I served every Friday, and it was a group of young college kids, and now most of them own their own businesses.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, VK, we call him Victor. He's from India, and so he came into America and went to UTEP, and he went to South Padre.
He came from where?
India?
He came straight from India just for UTEP, like
Yeah,
specifically?
specifically.
Oh shit,
And,
tight.
so
Right.
now he lives here and everything. And so
Okay.
they took him to South Padre, and he was like, man, this fucking Budweiser is shit, dude.
Yeah.
And so he's like, I don't want any of it. Like, he had never had any beer in his life or alcohol.
Right.
Because it's against their religion.
Yeah.
And so he was like, I'm not going to do it again. And then one day his friends invite him to Hemingway's.
Oh, the old school. We're just talking about that
Oh,
shit on
yeah.
the old school
Fucking
Cincy. Hell yeah.
Hemingway.
Shout out to old school Cincy.
Hell yeah.
Man, and
Rip.
they had a card, and it was like around the
Hold up.
world.
Let me get this shit for fucking Cincy and shit. Hey, shout out to old school Cincy, dog.
Yeah, they had around the world cards, and you would basically try all the beers that Hemingway's had, and then you would get like a prize or some shit like
Right.
that. So he tried a beer, and he fell in love, Scotch ale, and so
Wow.
a Scottish ale actually. And then he fell in love, and then he started learning how to make beer. And then when I met him, I knew he was a fan, And so I was like, hey.
They're all fans, baby.
Yeah, right?
Only fans.
I was like, hey, you make beer. Would you be able to teach me? And he's like, yeah. And so he asked me what recipe I wanted to do. And then from there, so there's like two types of brewers. There's like kind of like a smoker, you know, there's two types of smoker, a pellet smoker and like actual wood smoker for like brisket and shit.
I just meant like a smoker, like one smokes sativa and one smokes indica and shit. My bad.
No. So like there's ways to cheat when you do things.
Get around it.
There's always ways to cheat, baby.
So extract brewing is basically you pour all the syrups and you do like, you know, you create it, but it's not as hard of a work. There's no real science to it, you know.
Right. It's less art,
it's
more
easy
product.
Yeah. And so I was like, no, I want to do all grain. And so that's basically when you get the 4 actual ingredients: grains, barley, malts, hops, water, and yeast. That's it. And so I did it that way. And from then on there, it was, okay, let me learn more and more. And then I started at Hoppy Monk, and I learned way more from a Austin guy named David. He's really, really cool. He was actually from Florida first, and then came to El Paso, and from there he met me. We started talking. He liked my ideas for beer.
Nice.
There was a beer that I made with wormwood, which is a hallucinogenic herb in absinthe.
Shit.
Yeah, I was like, I knew that sounded familiar.
And so I made a beer with that, and basically a few of my friends basically said that they had the oncoming effects of mushrooms is what they felt when they
shit.
It's like a psychedelic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that was pretty cool. I've dabbled in that, just small batches, but I've brewed at El Paso Brewing Company from then on there. Like I just basically started as a home brewer.
Right.
Had an event at my house for 10 years. Actually, I got robbed of the 10th year because
of COVID, right?
Because of COVID.
Oh, fuck COVID.
Fucking shit.
Basically,
Every time I see COVID and shit.
that's right, on site.
Right?
Hell yeah.
Light them up.
But yeah, basically every year my family and I would clean the yard, get everything ready. I would brew like 4 to 5 beers. I would ask the local breweries to send a keg or show up even. And we would all just shoot the shit and talk beer.
Yeah.
But,
water slides and shit, right?
No, water slides.
That's 4th of July, right?
That's Jono-Palooza.
Oh, Jono-Palooza. That's what it
shit.
is. That's what it is.
Which we are going to have Jono-Palooza this year.
Hey.
Fuck yeah. Shout out to Jono-Palooza.
So we got that going on July 4th
Hell
if you
yeah.
want to stop by. Dude, last time Edgar showed up, the last time we had it, he was macking on all the shawties, dude.
And all the dudes. Shout out to Gay.
Is that what that hesitation was?
But yeah, it was super cool. But yeah, now since we don't have the big brew happening this year, I'm going to have an event going on in November, which is Dia de las Cervezas. So it's happening like November 2nd-ish kind of deal.
Oh, shit. Perfect timing.
Yeah. So,
Not too hot.
Yeah, not too hot. We'll have a whole bunch of local home brewers.
Right.
And that's a cool thing. It's not breweries that have to worry about being regulated. It's some people that do it at home.
Yeah.
So now it could either be like really shitty or like super delicious and experimental. So like, I don't know. There's some shitty beers that I've had home brewed and really good beers.
Right.
But that's the beauty of it. You get to like tell them like, hey, your beer isn't really that good, but hey, here's how to fix it.
Yep.
And so
How do people react when you tell them that shit? Like,
to be honest, man, some don't take it to heart. They still like they're set in their ways. Like, well, it worked, so I'm gonna do it again. And I was just like, yeah, but you have an infection or something. So in the long run, your beer's not gonna last.
Right.
oh, okay.
And so, but like now when I talk to like actual breweries from like Old Sheepdog or Blazing Tree or Craft Rhythm and Brews, they really listen because of where I'm at Flicks.
Right.
And I guess because I've been doing it for 13 years, they understand that I've seen a lot of tips and tricks. And that's all I want. Like I had a lot of people show me how to do this, so I want to give back. I was actually reaching out to NMSU because they have a brewery program over there.
They do?
And it's only,
shit.
It's 18 hours. But I was like, well, shit. If I could do that and get more knowledge, I can easily help
for sure.
the local breweries. And so that's ultimately what I want to do for my future endeavor is like being a brewer consultant. So you open up a brewery and if something's not working, like, hey,
Call Jono.
call Jono. And so like that's what I'm doing right now is like Old Sheepdog. They're producing great beer, but they are spending money when they don't have to. And so that's like kind of like what I was telling you about the mother dough the other day, for the pizzas. You can easily do that with beer, but it's those little tips and tricks that people don't see, and they keep on spending money when they could use it elsewhere.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and
that's crazy.
My knowledge doesn't just stem for or just go towards beer; it's for the industry,
right?
Like food, anything like that. I can always help out with that. I've just done it for so long that I
You're a vet now.
Yeah.
And now
Eres un veterano, güey.
Yeah, now it's
veterano.
like you're helping the young guns or the people coming up.
Yeah, the people that come up. Hell yeah, dude. Giving back, like you said.
So I had some questions for you. And I know we talked last Saturday about beer. And you mentioned, like you weren't into craft beer as much anymore. So I wanted to kind of get into that. Like what drove you away from it? Like, because right now, I'm drinking a fucking Belching Beaver stout.
Uh-huh.
I'm still into it. I don't really like IPAs, and there's certain other beers that I'm not into, but like I'm still in that. Like I love beer,
which I totally get.
Yeah.
Love beer because beer's amazing,
right?
But man, I'm seeing a weird thing. I don't know how to describe it. Like, and no offense, but like what started leading me to like a different path was seeing the peanut butter. The let's put everything into a beer and call it a beer, like the Martin,
I get you.
The Martin House pizza beer or the ranch.
What the fuck does a pizza beer have?
It has it tastes like a pizza. That's
fucking disgusting, dude. I mean, I love pizza, but that's fucking weird.
And to mix them, it was like, oh shit. And then even a bloody beer couldn't, like a red beer couldn't fix it. Couldn't fix it. But they have like all that, and like no disrespect to Martin House, they're killing it. They're able to replicate these flavors into a beer,
right?
But the market, the demographic that's buying it, that's what they think beer is, and it's so weird because growing up in the scene, the beer scene, we talked a lot of shit back in the day about like. The Germans and like, oh, you only have the 4 ingredients.
Like Hefeweizens and all
not
that
even
shit.
Hefeweizens, like the lagers. Like you can do a Hefeweizen, but that's the beauty of a Hefeweizen is you're still only using 4 ingredients.
But they can get so much out of it.
Exactly. And so that's what's cool about those 4 ingredients. But now you're starting to add adjuncts. And that's what the craft beer was before. It was like, we don't want to do the rice. We don't want, like, because Budweiser or Bud Light actually uses rice and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've heard that.
The adjuncts. And so they wanted it to be just a beer, like the barley. And now it's cool to have all those heavy hitters, like the 8%, the 9%.
Right.
But man, in El Paso, it's even harder because like everywhere else you go, breweries and restaurants are centrally located where you can walk.
Oh yeah,
El Paso
that's why they have all like the little scooters everywhere and shit.
Yeah,
and here it's not
districts.
Yeah.
And here I can't take the scooter all the way to fucking Zaragoza.
Yeah,
like,
true.
Yeah.
And if the brewery is only producing, and that's the hard part. Like any brewery that's listening to this, I don't want to have your tap wall say nothing but 6 or more %. Like, give me a 4.5%.
Right.
Give me like a lager that I can easily drink and have 3 and feel safe, quote unquote. Driving to the next spot, or maybe I know to take it easy, but at least I know I'm not having 1 or 2 beers and already be at 16%.
Getting sloshed already and shit for 2 drinks. Yeah,
and so I want to see that. It's cool if breweries can like make all these different beers with all these different flavors, but show me that you can create that lager that has no off flavors.
Right. And that's something that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Basically. Is it kind of like saying, I don't want to say that they're selling out, but it's kind of like they're selling out. You know what I mean? Like, is that what you're trying to get at?
It's not really selling out. You have to make money.
No, definitely. I mean, you got to make money, but that whole thing about you said about the whole pizza thing, like that's fucking weird. Because I remember back in the day, probably about 10 years ago. I mean, like I said before, I've never liked drinking. I've never liked the taste of alcohol, but I just drink just to get fucking drunk, or I used to at least, get all fucked up or whatever. I went with some coworkers and we went to some bar on the east side, and they had this, it was dessert beers, the menu, and I was like, what the fuck's a dessert beer? I mean, like I said, I didn't know shit about beer.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck's a dessert beer? And I look at the flavors and when I said banana nut, and I'm like, I like banana nut bread. Let me try that shit. So, I was just curious.
That's, Foster's.
I don't know what it was, but yeah, probably. So I got it. And I tasted it, and I was like, holy shit, like, it smells like a banana nut, but it doesn't taste like it. I was like, this is fucking nasty. So that's why, like, I feel like, I don't know. I guess they're trying to hit that one little
niche.
Yeah.
Which
it's crazy.
It's like I said, it's not a sellout, but I get what you know what I mean.
Yeah, they're trying to appeal to all markets.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is.
Totally
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But you have to, I guess,
come back home and shit. Come back to the basics, right?
Come back to the
So
basics.
exactly.
Before
You're a
expand.
purist, right? You're
wouldn't
or a
say so.
traditionalist.
Because, like I told you, I brewed with wormwood.
Yeah.
But leave that shit at home. Experiment at home.
Right.
I wanna taste a good product.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a consistent product.
Right.
That's all I want. And whenever we open up,
Yeah.
I would love to just strive for consistency.
Right.
Hell yeah.
And
So I think where you're going at is like beer's being dumbed down so that everybody can drink it.
not necessarily dumbed down because, like, that's the thing. Beer didn't have to be dumbed down
Right.
for everybody to drink it.
Yeah.
We are the Bud Light capital of the world, or we used to be. And
Yeah.
that beer is 4 or 5 ingredients.
Right. Right.
That's as simple as it is.
Yeah.
I think that's where people need to realize that that's where the money is. Simplicity is key.
Mm-hmm.
Because how much is peanut butter? And then to put it into a beer,
Right.
and then how much is that beer going to be?
True. So let me ask you this: like, so if let's say Jono Brewery, let's just say that, okay, you wanted to make a fucking beer with peanut butter. Is it like straight up peanut butter that you mix in, or how does that work?
You could, but then you have complications with that because so there's oils on peanut butter. And so what happens is it starts to get rid of that carbonation, so you don't have when you pour a beer, like
It gets
close,
flat.
Close your eyes, and you imagine yourself opening up a beer, and then when you
Got my eyes closed, by the way.
yeah, right. You open it and you hear it pouring and everything, and then you drink it. You imagine that foam, you imagine that fizz, that head, just like if I told you Coca-Cola or anything.
Yeah.
You heard that. And you can hear that with peanut butter beer if it's done with regular peanut butter. But when you pour it and we eat with our eyes,
It's like flat.
it's flat. It
Oh,
pours
shit.
flat.
Okay.
Like, have you seen a cider?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
When you pour it, it doesn't have that head.
No.
So it's like that. And so I feel like that's why we love beer, is because
Oh, it's more like a visual
that
thing.
sensation
Oh,
and the
fuck.
look.
That's why people lose their shit when they see Guinness being poured.
Yeah.
And you pour it like just aggressively.
Yeah.
And they see it cascading. And
Yep.
they're like,
Oh, that makes sense, dog. I'm a fucking idiot, yo.
Yeah.
And so, and the thing is, like, there's so much that can happen in a simple lager
Right.
that, like, of course, I've been mentioning Bud Light, but Bud Light ain't it, babe. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Like, we can go to actual, like, German beers and, like, lagers. Also, if you're going to get a beer, don't get it in a green bottle or a white bottle or a clear bottle.
Right.
Try to go brown.
Right.
Just because the light does fuck it up.
Yep.
You'll easily taste it. Stella, Corona, and they all have that skunk.
Yeah. That
And so that's
big time.
the
Corona.
sun. That's the
Oh,
sun.
no
Really?
shit.
That's the
I had
sun.
no idea, bro.
In Germany, they give you 8-ounce glasses,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll give you beer, but it's just in those 8-ounce glasses, and you drink it at your
Right.
pace, but you don't want it to stay out in the sun
Too long.
because it'll start to change flavor.
Oh,
And
shit.
so that's why they have it in such a small glass, so you could easily
Finish it.
consume it.
Right.
And then they don't ask you; they just keep pouring until
You said this was in Germany?
Kolsch,
Okay.
until you put something on top of your glass that says "I'm done."
I'm done.
Like a napkin and shit or
Yeah.
a little coaster?
And I think they give you something to,
Oh, okay.
to signal.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, but beer is very, how would you say, sensitive? You could easily
It's delicate. It's delicate. There we
Yeah.
go. That's the word.
Delicate. And it can easily get angry with you if you change the temperature because you are using yeast, which is a living organism. And
Right.
if it's too hot, it's not going to be very happy.
Yeah.
And so you'll get esters. And esters are basically the Hefeweizens you're talking about.
Right.
You get banana, clove, bubblegum. Those are the flavors you get with a Hefeweizen.
Oh, shit.
And those are esters because you ferment higher. Lagers, those clean, refreshing flavors.
Crisp. Yeah.
Crispy boys, that's where they're called.
Hey,
Crispy boys.
yes, sir.
Is typically fermented at 54 degrees.
So a lot more.
Where Hefeweizen, so lower degrees, not a lot of esters. Higher degrees, a lot more esters. The banana, the clove, yada.
So we don't want esters, is that what you're saying?
Well, it depends on what you want.
Depends on the
right?
beer.
Yeah.
So for the Hefeweizen, it's good, but it's higher in temperature. Now, after that, a lot of yeast won't survive because it's like, Yahweh, calor.
Yahweh. Like that meme,
Like
the crying
like
dude.
J. Cole?
Yeah. But they've recently found, and I'm sorry if I'm boring you, but
No, you're good, dude. This is fucking
great.
interesting,
Yeah.
dog. Like, I like this shit.
there's a fucking yeast strain that they found from it's called a Viking strain basically from Norwegia or something like that. It's called Kvek yeast, and that motherfucker can produce beer in 103-degree weather.
What the fuck? That's not normal, right?
That's definitely not normal, dude. Definitely not normal. And then when it produces at those temperatures, all those esters that you get, pineapple, mango.
Oh, so all your sweet shit.
Yeah, all that crazy shit. Tropical fruit, not sweet.
Right.
'Cause
Okay.
it has that like kind of tart. But
Yeah,
not,
a little bit bitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the beauty of it. So we have a beer, Nebulous, that we try to do with that we're actually going to make with the Kvek yeast at the brewery that I'm going to go back to.
Yes, sir.
Flicks.
That's cool, dude.
So, I'm glad you mentioned Guinness because for me that was like my deal breaker when I was drinking beer. I grew up the same way, like drink Budweiser, Bud Light, all that shit, and I always wanted more. I loved it.
Yeah,
I did. It took me a couple years to grow on me, but once I started getting the taste for it, I was like, fuck yeah, I like this. And then it wasn't until I had a Guinness and I was like, this is what I've imagined in my dreams. Like,
good
beer
shit.
tasting.
Yeah, it's good.
But I still wanted more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, you want more as far as the flavor? You want more in the quality?
And it's weird. I would dream about.
I mean, quantity. My bad.
No, like flavored.
Oh,
depth,
okay.
Like a good wine.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like a good Cabernet
Complexity.
Sauvignon. Yeah.
Okay, I get you.
Has so much going on. I would dream about that, dude. Like I was drinking a beer that had all that. So I bounced around, dude. I drank Shop Top. It didn't do it.
Yeah.
I tried IPAs. I went on a month-long.
Oh, that's
binge
right. I
of
remember you talking about that
IPAs.
shit, yeah.
And I hated them. And by the end of it, I was done.
Yeah.
I never drank them again. And then I stumbled
What was
on...
your favorite IPA?
My favorite IPA was a little something by Lagunitas.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I like that. But I even saw breweries in LA. I went to Angel City. I'm sure you've heard of it, Angel City Brewery. And their IPA tasted like a pine cone. Like I was...
A pine cone?
Drinking
Like
a
you were
pine
fucking
cone.
eating Redoso and shit?
Like, yeah,
Drinking
like I was
Redoso?
drinking a fucking pine cone.
What the fuck?
It was so strong and so overwhelming. I hated it.
That's actually a flavor profile. Piney.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
shit.
piney, yeah.
My
And
mind's
so-
being fucking blown right now, dude.
And I was like, I stopped with the IPA. I was
Yeah.
done. And I wanted to get back to Guinness, but I was getting bored. And I started stumbling onto all these, like the Left Hand Milk Stout. I started stumbling onto all of these until I came across Belching Beaver, and they had
Let me see that can real quick.
the peanut butter milk stout. And that shit
Blew your mind.
blew my mind. And it is, I get it. It's really sweet. It's, I think it's like 5%, so it's not that strong.
What has more alcohol, Bud Light or Guinness?
I want to say Bud Light.
I would say Guinness, no?
They're the same alcohol.
Shut the
Oh,
fuck
there's
up.
some
Really?
content?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
4.2.
Okay.
4.2%.
Yeah.
Is that the average or what?
That's basically your Budweiser.
Because Dos Equis is at 4.5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
it's all around the same range, but it's crazy.
Sounds like a 5.3, no?
This is, I'm looking at it right now.
And there's
5.3.
There's beautiful things you could do with beer without having to add the adjuncts, like a
Right.
sweet beer that you're like, because you said it might be a little too sweet. There's way more that you could do, and like that's the thing about grains. It's kind of like you can cook it to what you want, like the darker, or
Right.
you can have it more caramel,
And that's more what I like. Like, when I found this beer, I was like, this is it. This is my dream beer. This is what I thought of.
Yeah.
No
in
shit.
In my dreams. But he's right. When I, like, getting it on draft is really nice, but it gets flat really quick. And even in the cans, I keep it on ice real good, and I'll pour it into my glass. And for a little bit, it looks nice, but that shit gets flat. Like, I mean, I just finished it, and it's a little flat.
Damn, dude, that's
So-
crazy.
But still, I don't know. I love it. It's my favorite beer. That's why I was going to go to Cali to go visit that brewery, but
It's a great brew. I like actually their IPA that they did with the Deftones.
Really?
They collabed with the Deftones.
Oh, that's sick,
okay.
dude.
yeah, they have a beer out there.
the first beer I had from them was their Cali Creamin'.
That one's from LA?
Yeah. No, it's in Oceanside by San
Oh,
Diego.
okay.
Yeah. So I had their Cali Creamin' because I wanted that.
Cali
kind of-
Creamer?
Cali Creamin'.
Oh, I like
'Cause I like
that.
the
Cream ale?
cream.
Hey, I like that.
And so that's
Creaming.
what's really
Ooh.
cool. Cream ales, Boddingtons.
Yes.
Boddingtons? No,
What the fuck that is?
The yellow can with it kind of looks like the Guinness.
Dude, I honestly don't drink anything other than that regular
if I
shit.
showed you, you'd be like, oh, Guinness or Boddington's.
He'd know, yeah.
But all of those, like Boddington's at least,
right?
That's a Pilsner build.
Never seen that in my life, dude.
What?
Never.
We got to get you one of those.
Dude, I'm saying I just drink the regular shit. Like, if you see me anywhere, it's either fucking Coors Light, Bud Light, Budweiser when I'm feeling frisky.
Shout out to Coors.
Hey, shout out to Coors. Michelob, Dos Equis, and that's pretty much, those are the 5 things that you usually see in my hand. That's it.
That's not
I keep it simple just because I'm a basic bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck no, dude. That's what you'll see in my hand, man. Everything else is expensive, dog.
Yeah.
Hey, that too and shit. We're on a budget. Balling on a budget, baby.
I had a fucking, what is it called? Bootleg these from Arizona.
In Yuma, you should be able to get those too.
Yeah, I got them in Phoenix.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn.
I didn't know it was illegal to fucking be running booze.
Hey, don't be saying that shit. Don't be saying that shit on the show. Nah,
Man, fuck the police.
Oh, shit. Fucking.
A fun story. Oh. So back when I was younger again, I got my permit.
Oh, you told us. Yeah.
Permit for what? Oh, your driving permit?
Yeah, driving permit. And my dad, we had just finished visiting New York like 6 months before.
Uh-huh.
And my dad was like, hey, remember that beer, Magic Hat number 9 that you liked? He's like, well, you got your permit? The furthest place to get it is Sylvia, North Carolina or something like that.
Right.
And he's
that's the furthest?
That was the furthest. Now you can get it here in El Paso. But this was like in 2015, 2016.
And what style of beer is that again?
It was a apricot pale ale.
Pale ale.
Yeah. And so I was like, all right, well, that's cool, Dad. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. I'm fucking 16.
Dropping hints.
Okay, Dad. What do you want me to do? well, according to my calculations, Dad, it's going to take us 24 hours to get there. But I was just like, okay, well, that's cool. Like, what do you want me to do with that information? He's like, well, I got a fucking a rental car. We have a hotel for one night. Like, so we'll stay the night after we've drove for like 24 hours straight or something.
Fuck, dude.
And like, it was just like, he drove as far as he could.
He drove to Zaragoza and shit.
And then I took over.
Holy shit.
And so we just kept on going. And we finally got there. And he had called in ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady was a nice little white lady.
Mm-hmm.
Beep, ringing everything up. It was 12 packs of Magic Hat number 9 that we picked up.
Okay.
And she's like, y'all having a party? And just like, no, man, we're taking it back to El Paso and everything. She's like, okay. Well, rung us up and everything. And then when we're leaving, we had like 3 to 4 cops basically pull us over.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, within 2-mile radius. All of them just boom, boom,
She
boom.
probably dimed you out.
Probably.
That was her, bro.
And they were all just like questioning my brother, my dad, myself.
What are you fucking beaners doing over here?
Basically, dude.
Dude, that sucks.
Well,
bro.
what high school do you go to? Like, this motherfucker don't care about our high school.
Get
Like,
the fuck out of here.
They're trying to get our stories.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
to see, and then
If there are any inconsistencies.
Yeah, and then they were like, "Well, open up the trunk," and then we opened the trunk, and they were like, "Well, open up the beers," and we're like, "We just bought them like from the store, right?"
You want one of this shit, bro? The shotgun one, bro.
And so they were like, "All right, cool." But finally, after that, like after the 4th or 5th time, they were like, "Okay, we'll leave them alone." And then we just started driving back to El Paso. Came
Straight
back
up, dude,
yeah,
just like
dude.
that. Damn, dog, that's a fucking excursion.
How many beers did you lose, bro?
None.
No.
Oh,
Dude,
okay, they didn't make you open any of them up, like pour that shit
they
out.
Had us open one case,
Uh-huh.
and then we were like, "Look,
like open it, like to just see the inside of the
just
case.
to,
Okay,
just to make sure there was beer." And then we were like,
smuggling
"Look."
cocaine and
Yeah,
shit.
because I mean, 12 packs. That's gonna make the trunk.
Yeah,
bleed,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
Like,
for
and
sure.
They're like, these beaners are bringing some cocaine
Right.
over here.
Damn,
Damn, dude.
And so yeah, that was that's just one of the things that
Right.
we've done.
that's
for
a
beer.
long fucking journey for some beer, dude. I probably would just gone to Las Cruces the furthest. If
Yeah,
anything.
that ain't shit.
The coolest thing that, well, besides getting the beer, was we were able to taste the barbecue throughout that area.
Oh,
Oh,
true.
fuck yeah.
One
One of my
Southern
favorite
barbecue.
pictures, actually, my dad took is the Arches. I think it's in St.
St. Louis, yeah.
Yeah. My brother was on my back, I think. I was giving a piggyback, and then he was holding on to the Arches like that.
Oh, that's
and
tight.
my
Nice.
dad was laying on the ground and took a picture, and we're just smiling.
That's
together.
cool, dude.
Fuck
It was
yeah.
real cool. But it was a real cool trip for my dad, myself.
I will admit, dude, like when I go to your crib, like you guys have a shit ton of pictures from like all over, bro. Your pops is always traveling. Your mom's is always out and about. Like you guys are always fucking around. Like that's cool and shit because you guys, do cool shit. Different shit. Because I don't know what anyone else personally, like family or friends that do shit like that. As a family.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It has its
Pros and cons.
pros and cons.
Oh, for sure. Like anything else.
Now that we're getting older and we've been traveling, like we have to Dad, shut the fuck up. like, look, the Google machine says it's over here.
We're good.
The map you have is outdated.
It's from 1987,
Yeah.
Dad.
It's
That
like
road doesn't even exist.
Who the fuck uses MapQuest?
It's like MapQuest papers and shit.
MapQuest, dude, that shit was fucking funny back in the day.
So he just, it's so different now, and I see him out of his element, but he still wants to travel and stuff. And
Right.
so I see him more now, like I'm just gonna travel by myself.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. So let me ask you this: Where's one city in the U.S. that like you want to go visit just for like breweries and experiencing like the drinks and shit and like food? Mainly the drinks, not really the food.
I don't know, man.
Is there anywhere that you haven't visited that you kind of like that, or would you rather just like go somewhere that you have and just go experience it again, or it's just like whatever?
I want to go to Quebec, Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
Is that East Coast or West?
shit? I don't even
I think
know,
that's.
No,
I'm thinking it's East, no?
East by
New York,
It's like
no, in that
French
area?
Canada, like
yeah, it's because
it's by Michigan and shit. and
Okay,
all
okay.
that.
that's where I don't know if you've seen it, but they have this beer, La Fin du Monde. It's a triple. It's a Belgian beer, and it's really, really good. Actually, I think it's a Belgian pale, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's really good. High in alcohol percentage,
Yeah.
9%.
Ooh,
9?
9%.
Damn.
Is there anything bigger, like higher than that?
They have La Terrible, I think, which is 11%.
Oh shit!
It's an all black bottle, and then like in crazy lettering, it says La Terrible.
Nice.
hell yeah,
But yeah, man, I would like to go over there.
Quebec.
I
Parlez-vous français?
I win.
Je m'appelle Jonathan.
Oh,
I don't know what to say. Oui.
But I don't know if it's just me getting older or like becoming a stickler or anything. I honestly don't know what it is, and I don't want to talk shit, but I'm noticing a lot of restaurants and a lot of places being opened and a lot of like, oh, try this or oh, this is this. And then when I get there, it's not as consistent or it just doesn't taste good anymore. It could have been like because of all of this, but of COVID, but
right.
I'm not getting the amor in food, especially in a restaurant industry.
Dude, I've been noticing that.
Yeah.
I've been noticing the quality of food lately. Like
It's
even
garbage.
even where like the people that are consistent, we like always go to.
Yep.
I've been noticing that shit's like garbage, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
And
that's
it's not
interesting,
it's not a good thing, and I don't want to say it, but like it's very hard right now.
Yeah.
Like either to get the product or to get anything really.
Oh shit! Yeah.
To get consistent help. So that could be a lot of the factors that are going into it, but
That's true.
I just know whoever is behind the stick at the bar or whoever is behind the grill at the bar should want to be there.
Yeah, for sure.
And should,
Have a little passion towards it.
Right.
exactly.
Not be like all about fucking cooking or whatever,
Yeah.
but just have some sort of passion for it.
Take pride in
yeah,
your
take pride in it.
fucking work.
Exactly. Take pride in your fucking work.
Exactly.
It's
Exactly.
that simple.
And I think that's what's being lost with that, like, because everybody's like, well, you got to pay me more. Like, I was making this much money on unemployment, like, and it's like, yeah, that's cool, but can you produce that ramen or can you produce the simple cheeseburger? You can't even plate a cheeseburger correctly with
They just
fries.
want handouts, bro. Fuck that.
And so now it's just being super.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not a lot of places where I'm like, I have to go there and try that.
Right.
And then I'm seeing the revolution of like food, how I saw it in beer, where it's like, you don't gotta fucking make elote ribs. Just make an elote.
Yeah.
Like,
True.
Like,
Yeah.
But people are like, oh my god, it looks like a rib. It's the Guinness, It's that effect where it's like, I gotta try this.
I gotta have it.
And it's like, what?
Dude,
Yeah,
that's a
like
great point, man.
it's too much shit out there. Like the hot Cheetos this and hot Cheetos that's. Like, bro, like hot Cheetos are hot Cheetos, dude. Like, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Like, it's perfect the way it is.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
they do, people doing all this shit. And you know what? I think most of that shit is more for like the visual shit, like you were saying earlier, like the Instagram, all that bullshit that, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's exactly what it is, and I hate that shit.
Yeah, you're right. I wonder how much our expectations, though, personally come into that. Is like, you know what they say, right? Expectations are the thief of joy. Like, I wonder how much our expectations have changed after a year of being fucking locked down and not having what we wanted.
Yeah.
And then thinking coming back, right? We always remember things better than they were.
True.
I wonder
That's
how
true.
much that has
That's
to
true.
go into that. But
Yeah.
you're right. I'm definitely noticing that a lot. I mean,
Okay, let me ask you this one though, Jono, because like I said, I don't know shit about shit. All right, but what the fuck's an ale, a stout, a lager, and
So there's only-
whatever? Like, what is that? Like, what's the difference?
There's a
Or explain to us, because there's a bunch of dumbasses like me that don't know shit.
so there's 2 types of beers.
2 types?
There's a lager
Uh huh.
and there's an ale.
Okay.
Basically, anything after that is a subcategory
Oh, okay.
of one of those. They could blend like a Kolsch, Fancy Lawnmower, St. Arnold's.
Oh, I like that shit. I like that one. I
really
like that
good.
one. I like that beer.
But it's,
I fuck with that.
It's a hybrid ale. So basically, it's an ale fermented at cold temperatures or something like that. I forgot what it was. But it's so ales are top fermented, lagers are bottom fermented.
as far as temperature, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so you have that going on. And then it's just what you do with it. So an ale, like the shittiest question. Not the shittiest, because I get it.
It's a
don't-
shitty question.
People don't really know. But I just they come up with such a like a machismo, which I don't care who you are, stop being a fucking machismo.
Yeah.
You're being a dick. Okay?
Yeah.
That shit died a long time ago,
Yeah.
guys. Leave that shit back with your grandparents and shit.
Yeah.
Hey, calmao, puto, eh?
But like they would come up to the bar and I'd be like, "Hey, how you doing today? What kind of beer are you looking for? What do you normally drink?" And they just like would ignore me and they're like, "I know what to drink. Let me just look." And they would like look at the wall and be like lost.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
they're like,
they don't know shit.
and then I'm like, "What do you normally drink?" "I drink an ale."
Okay.
And I'm like, "Damn, dog." Like, so do you drink a stout? Do you drink this? Do you drink? And he's just like, "Oh yeah, I drink that." And I'm like, "Okay, that's an ale." You know, like these are all ales,
Right.
Because like a stout is an ale.
Okay.
A pale ale. What else is there? There's a Hefeweizen.
White ales.
Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
Hefeweizen
Hefeweizens.
is an ale.
Uh-huh.
White ales.
White
There's-
ales.
You know, there's
Yeah.
a whole bunch. And then you have the lagers, Hallis lager. And then from lagers, you go to Pilsners.
Pilsners, right.
And so it's this whole thing like, if you're going to, it's basically like anything else. If you're going to eat the food, if you're going to be drinking, do the research. You
Yeah.
know, like,
Know what you're
know
biting
what
into.
you want.
Right.
You know, and I feel like that's what people don't. It's more of a consume culture. It's, oh, Travis Scott has this new seltzer.
Cactus Jack,
Yeah.
whatever the
And
fuck.
then, like,
yeah.
let's get that. It's like,
It's all for the gram, dog.
yeah,
you know, it's all for the gram, dog.
gram. And I feel like you lose that. What is it? That
the art of it.
yeah, the intimacy,
Right? Yeah.
the intimacy of it. Yeah, like learning where you're like because
Like
so
pe-
we were discussing something about, and I don't mean to put you out there.
No,
but,
that's cool.
But
Put him out there. Put him out there on blast.
Hear me out, bro.
a love life, and one thing I could just leave you with is, you can plant so many seeds, but they're gonna die. If you plant,
Look at him, he's
one-
already on Tinder and shit, swiping right as shit.
if you
Hey,
just
calmao, way.
if you just plant one seed and you focus on that one and you let it, you water it and you do your time, you know.
Take care of it and shit.
Yeah,
you cook for it.
You could
You
see
feed it.
your what you actually want come to fruition. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I feel like people need to start doing that more, which is spending time with what they actually want instead of just consume.
Yeah.
And then what comes with the downside of that is you actually learn, hey, maybe I don't like this. But it's not really a downside at
This
that
is
point.
not what I wanted to grow.
Yeah, this is not, and then you learn. And I think people are not wanting to learn anymore because they're so able to have information so quick.
True.
And that information can only go so far. Your YouTube video can't have you become a plumber to fix everybody's house.
No.
You know?
Yeah, you're
So-
gonna have hiccups. There's gonna be stuff you're not prepared for.
And I think that's the demise of everybody.
Damn, dude. So, as far as like drinking shit, like let's say, what do you like to drink, Jono?
Coors Original.
Okay, so Coors Original.
And a shot of
Banquet
whiskey.
beer.
Okay, so do you prefer that Coors or whatever on draft, bottle, or can?
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
Really?
So that
Because
that's,
I've heard different things where something about cans that you got to taste
Yeah.
and this and that.
so that's
You don't want to go get another beer?
it's
Go for it.
baffling You want to pause?
No. We ain't pausing. We don't pause for shit here, right?
Hell no.
Fuck a pause and fucking edit.
You mind if I join you, Georgie? I'll take one of those. Let me see what's good.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
We're talking about the bottle.
Okay. So
keg and all that shit.
When I make beer, I'm able to keg it. I could bottle it, and I could can it. But I'm not making a beer for the keg. I'm not making a separate batch for the can and a separate batch. It's
no shit.
I make all the same beer, and I'm just able to put it in a different vessel.
Okay.
And people that want to say like, "Oh, I could taste the aluminum in the can or whatever." No, you can't.
I always
What the
thought,
fuck
dude,
are you talking about,
bro? Like people would say that shit, and I'd be like,
there's a
"What?"
specific lining inside your can to not do that.
Yeah. Because people would say, I would hear people in college mainly, when I was at UTEP or whatever, they'd be like, "Oh, I don't drink cans because of this." And then, "Oh, the fucking keg gives me a headache because of this." And I'm like,
that pisses me off so
and I'm like thinking to myself, like, I feel like shit either way, dog. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It all tastes the same shit to me. That's what I would tell people.
All the same, man. Like, people want to put fucking confetti on shit and say it's a fucking bedazzler or bedazzled. I don't know, whatever. Like, look, if you're gonna have your nuclear rainbows and your purple geckos, your Vegas bombs,
your purple nurples,
all of that. If you're gonna have all of that, like, you're just basically paying for puckers.
You're a basic bitch, dude.
You're basic.
Yeah, you're basic.
You're devastated right now.
Damn, dude. So
Think about your life.
That's crazy shit to me. Like, I never really, knew about all that shit. This is blowing my mind.
It's like, if you order, like, how much are shots? Like Vegas bombs.
$5 in some places.
It just depends. But I'd say the average is, let's just say, $4 to $6.
$4 to $6.
I would say.
And so,
where their hookup is like 50 cents. Not just kidding.
But now you're paying for, like, what? Coconut rum or, like a mixer.
Right. Yeah.
Peach liqueur. And it's not even like, liqueur is basically like wine.
Yeah.
So you're getting like 14% here. You're not getting the 40% alcohol from the Hornitos. So I'm like, fuck that, dude. Just give me the straight shot.
True.
And that's basically...
And fuck the bullshit,
Fuck the bullshit.
Fuck the bullshit. And ultimately, you don't need that. Because, I don't know. I feel it's not disrespectful. Because, like, of course, it's your fucking money. Do what you want.
Right, yeah.
You can always... More power to you.
Yeah, right. For sure.
But you're a fucking child. Like, you
grow up and shit.
You're putting the ketchup on the fucking steak.
You know? Like,
oh my God, then get me into that shit.
Yeah, like, get that shit out of here.
Like, you think Jameson was like, yes, this is what I want my fucking alcohol used for.
It was some pickles.
Make green tea or picklebacks.
Yeah.
No. He made it so you could shoot the shot or sip it if you want.
Because it's scotch.
And enjoy it, yeah. And so, like, I don't know why it has to be so many things to...
Dude,
but I think that speaks to where we're at as a culture in a way, right? Yeah. Like, that's like a microcosm, like all this extra shit. Like, I'm telling you, I talking about purple geckos. I remember a girl told me about it, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And we ended up getting it, and dude, that was the most...
Didn't you, like, puke your brains out, or no?
No, it was something else. And that was the most fucking...
Oh, I know who it was.
Ratchet-ass shot I ever had in my life. And it was all this... It was thick, bro, and it was like...
It is.
This?
Yeah, it is.
And I do remember, like, just last week, I was taking double shots of Patron, and that shit was going down, like, pretty all right.
Good, yeah.
It was all right. I survived the night.
Shit. Dude, speaking of those picklebacks and shit, I don't know why, but to me, dude, they fucking taste like a fart. Like, they taste like this and shit. Nice little fart and shit. That's just me, though.
Well, you're the one that always says you'll suck a fart out.
Yeah, that's true. I will. I mean, I'll do some weird shit.
If the booty's right.
Hey,
if the booty's right, you suck that fart out, bro. I don't know, dude, but this little session has really opened my eyes. It's
dude, shit. This is some low key deep shit.
It is, dude. I'm like, I don't know how to get out of here.
Talk about watering plants after this.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think
if we're talking about it, well, I know we're talking about the same plants, but I haven't had a plant blossom like the one I have recently, and it's just so beautiful.
Right. Chef's kiss, baby. Chef's kiss. There we go. Right. Yes, sir.
Bone apple tea.
But
bone apple tea, yes, sir.
Not even just that. Like, even my actual garden, it's doing pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, dude, that's badass.
Yeah.
You just reminded me about that shit with that purple gecko. I just remembered who it was. I'm not gonna say her name, but dude, no, you don't know her. I don't think you know her. You don't know.
But I heard the story.
Yeah, I think you might have.
Yeah.
So we were like at a party back in the day, and it got raided by cops. So everyone was underage. Everyone was jumping walls, whatever, leaving, whatever.
Yeah.
Trying to get the fuck away from 12. And then next thing you know, this chick is fucked up. Like, she's stumbling. She can't stand up, dude. And it was my homie's girlfriend at the time. The cops were like so annoyed with her, they fucking arrested her, right? So she was like a little 18, 19-year-old girl, like drunk as fuck, dude. Stumbling, they handcuff her. She starts crying, like whatever, and we're just like, bro, like shut the fuck up. Like they'll let you go, just chill. So I don't know what the fuck happens where she does like a weird move with her head side to side. Next thing you know, she turns around and just pukes like projectile. Like I'll probably say like about a cup's like amount.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit was purple because she was drinking purple geckos all day. Oh. Dude, that was like slimy and it hit the cop's leg and it dripped. And it's like he was fucking pissed, dude. I'm surprised he didn't beat her ass, dude. Oh my god, everyone was just like, "Holy shit!" We all just kind of like turned around, like, "Bro, that ain't us, dog. That ain't us." Dude, that shit was fucking gross. The cop was so pissed.
Is that the worst puke you've seen?
Oh hell no, dude. One time I was working with some kids up in Dallas, and this little girl, she's probably like 5 or 6 years old. And she looks at me, and then they would call me Mr. Ray because I don't like them talking about my last name. I just call me Mr. Ray or whatever. She looks at me, she's all with her cute little face, like, Mr. Ray, I don't feel good. And as soon as she said that, she went, blah. And I had my hands up because we were feeding them breakfast, right? It was like at a daycare. Next thing you know, bro, I had vomit all over my hands and my feet. And now, like, I get grossed out with the simplest shit. I don't know why that day it didn't hit. Like, the smell, nothing. I was like, I had it in my hands. I just looked at it. I was like, what the fuck? So I put the cereal down and I'm like, let's go to the nurse. So we go to the fucking nurse that was there on floor and I just washed my hands. Dude, it was the weirdest fucking thing, but that was nasty, bro. Like, there were chunks of, I don't know what the fuck she had, bro, but it was nasty.
Paternal instincts kicked in and you're like,
I don't know, dog.
Take care of this. I just got to take care of this little girl.
That was fucking gross. But I didn't react. I was just like, oh, well, let's go. Like, I was just like, cool, let's get the fuck out of here. And I guess that was my way to get the fuck out of that day. And, it's an excuse. So I went back home, fucking changed, and I took forever, dude.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Did some shit at home, you know what I mean? That was fucking nasty. That was probably one of the nastiest vomits I've seen.
You?
Worst throw up?
Yeah.
Besides your own?
Definitely mine. Yeah. And it was that drunk story I told you about the boat.
Yeah.
It was, dude, it literally looked like shredded beef. Yeah, in the Philippines. It came out, dude. It came out so thick and heavy, it hurt me. Like it was bad, bro.
That's nasty. It does make me.
But I'm just glad. I'm glad I fucked up the ship.
Yeah.
What about you, Jono?
So this was back in the day, young blood story, basically. My little brother, he was 13.
Oh shit!
He's 3 years younger than me, so I was probably like 17. So yeah, he was 14. He had this best friend named Purple. He still has his best friend. He was there partying with us, little young kids, 14-year-olds, right? I mean, we're young too, 17. Yeah. But he's going like some ham, and I'm just like having him slam beers, take shots.
You dick.
and my cousin's in from town, so I'm just like, yeah, let's fucking party. We're all partying.
You're all feeling it and shit.
And this guy just is getting wasted. And my cousin's like, hey, dude, he has to puke. And I'm like, well, take him to the restroom.
Yeah, let it roll.
And then my cousin's like, dude, he's throwing up blood.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, what the fuck? So I run to the restroom, my brother and I, because it's his best friend. And then we're like, what the fuck? Because we see red everywhere.
That motherfucker was eating a beet sandwich or what?
He had menudo.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god,
like, dude! He must be my cousin because my cousin's from Oregon,
right?
So he doesn't have menudo very often. And he's like, it looks like he's puking out his insides, man.
It's a fucking tripe and shit.
Holy fuck, dude!
Oh, it's fucking disgusting.
I'm about to gag right now, but I stick my hand in the toilet.
Oh, you sick fuck! You're sick fuck.
I'm like, I gotta make sure it's not blood, dude. So I like pick up the chunks and I see it's the pozole and the tripe, and I'm like, bitch,
get the francesitos ready.
It's menudo.
Where's the oregano and shit? Oh, it's fucking disgusting.
Bring the bowl. Déjalo on the toilet. Just bring the francesitos.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Bring me a spoon.
Oh, that's fucking gnarly, dude.
Oh, fuck that. Let's all.
Oh, shit. I love menudo.
I don't. Fuck that.
Oh, damn, bro.
Pozole all day, baby.
Oh, man.
Dude, you know what? That's a weird shit. Like, when I was growing up, I never had pozole, dude.
Really?
And then I got to college, and one of my homies had he got some chick pregnant.
Oof.
So he invited me to the baby shower, and I was there all awkward and shit, right? R.I.P. So then he's like, hey, there's some pozole and shit. And I was like, what the fuck is that? My Mexican ass didn't know what the fuck it was. I mean, I knew what it was, but
Turtle didn't know how to spell pozole, right?
yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. So then I'm fucking like, all right, cool. I'm gonna try it out and shit. So I go and I serve myself a bowl and shit, and I'm like, all the fixings. I ate it, and I was like, damn, this is good as hell. So I get a second bowl. And then he sees me like, hey, go get more, bro. I was like, fuck yes. So I ate another bite, 3 bowls. 20 minutes later, I ate another bowl. I couldn't stop eating, dude. That was like the first time I had pozole. Like, it was good pozole.
Did it have the meat?
Yeah, it had pork, I think, in it. It was really good.
Dude, after one night of partying, man, I fucking, like, it was so crazy. This was with Bogart.
Yeah.
And we were cruising around. He took us to the Northeast, dude. He's like, some of the homies, man, they're partying. Let's fucking go. And I was like, all right, let's fucking go. There's cocaine in the Northeast. Yeah. And so we go.
You can find anything in the Northeast. Shout out to Northeast El Paso. Y'all ain't forgotten.
And so we head out there and we hear like the tunes playing. I'm like, okay, this, the gente, you know, they know what's up. But this was like the gente, dude.
Yeah.
Because like we were hanging out and the people had guns.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, dude, you brought us here. Like, they're letting us drink. Cool, that's fine. But I'm like fucked up. And then so he was like, well, if you're fucked up, go eat. And I was just like,
I'm not about to ask these people for food.
yeah. And they're like, the senora came out, the old lady, and she's like, mijo, ¿quieres comer? Oh, yeah, let's go.
Fuck yeah.
And my dumbass was like, yeah, let's go. And like, my friend left me, and he let me go in. And the fucking, like, grandpa or somebody had like a gun on his lap.
Holy shit.
And like, he's like, it's kind of like this. And I'm just right here, and she's sitting there. He's sitting right here. The gun's right there. And like, I grew up a little picky. You know, now I can eat the menudo with everything. But these motherfuckers had like the pig's feet.
Oh,
dude,
it's nasty, dog.
sticking out. She's like, ¿Cómo el pato está bien, mijo? And I was just like,
oh dude.
And I was like, oh, see,
you sucked on the feet or what? You dirty motherfucker.
You had to.
You're a dirty
right
birdie.
there.
You dirty birdie, dude.
And
I
was
love
like,
it.
God damn. Like, I don't know.
You're a freak, dude. I like that shit. I like freaky motherfuckers like that.
I had a second bolt.
Oh, yeah, you did. Hey, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
But
That's fucking funny.
Respect.
Hey, so you used to work at a East Side bar, right? It's no longer around. Hold on. Yeah, Ace in the Hole. Yeah, dude. So I want to kind of get into this shit.
Let's talk about it, baby.
Dude, as some of y'all know, I don't fuck with like scary movies unless it's like a killer, you know, some suspense shit where you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. But I do not fuck with spirits. Like, I don't fuck with ghosts. I don't fuck with demons. I don't fuck with any of that bullshit, right? I'm straight up. I'll tell you right now, I'm a bitch with that shit. So if you invite me to go see The Conjuring or whatever, I will not see it. So anyway, I remember I brought this shit up to you recently when we were at the golf course, and you did. Oh, by the way, I beat y'all asses on those couple holes that we hit.
Yeah,
I suck normally. By the way,
that was the worst game I've ever played.
I fucking rocked it that day. I don't know what the fuck got into me, but you know, I think it was the braids and shit. It was pulling my fucking eyes open and shit. I don't know. But anyway, fucking Jono shows me a picture of these 2 ladies, you know, because he was working at Ace in the Hole. They took a picture. I don't know who took a picture of them, but in the background you see like this weird fucking thing, like a face, but it looked like, you know how you get that red eye in the pictures? Mm-hmm. But it looked like yellow. It looked like a fucking werewolf. I don't know what the fuck it looked like.
Bring it up so you can.
Yeah, dude, I need to see that shit, bro.
Show it to this for real quick.
I need to see that shit,
dude. That shit kind of creeped me the fuck out. I thought it was a mask at first,
really,
but he's saying that the ladies showed it to them or whatever, like a day later, 2 later.
They texted.
Oh yeah. Talk about that shit. Talk about it.
So basically, these ladies,
and this is that
some fucking milfs, right?
yeah. These mommies.
Quisieras, güey.
I know, right?
They
son unas pinches señoras de mi pinche
it
tía.
was during like the football games, you know. She had a Cowboys jersey on. There was I don't know who that is. That's the fucking.
Oh, that was Keyshawn Johnson back in the day, and there's a Buffalo
19?
Bills.
That could be Keyshawn or Miles Austin.
So there's a couple of jerseys, you know. It's not Halloween time.
Right.
And basically, what I want you to look at here is look at the very tippity top of this picture.
If Jono allows us, we'll post this shit on the Instagram, guys.
See the cross on
I'll just
top
edit the ladies out.
The aluminum bars or whatever.
Like the frame and shit, right?
So, yeah, the framing. Look at the demon or whatever the hell it is, and notice how that bar is not. It's not fully covered.
No.
You see that shit?
And we checked the cameras and everything, and so I got 2 stories for that motherfucker. So these ladies,
What the fuck am I looking at right now?
these ladies text us, "Hey, we had a great time, great customer service, yada yada yada. We won't be coming back. Here's a picture. Here's the
Oh my
reason
god,
why."
that's scary shit, dog.
And we were like,
Dude,
"All
I
right."
need to
We check
send
cameras.
this shit to me, bro.
Check
I'm gonna
cameras,
analyze it.
Nothing like that. There's nothing there.
Dude, he checked the cameras. Okay.
And so we were like, what the fuck? There's nothing there. Like, how did this come about? You know? And like, that wasn't the first instance that I myself dealt with that motherfucker.
The same
This
figure thing?
This whatever.
Or whatever it is.
I never saw him, but he doesn't look friendly. And every time
Fuck no, let me say this shit
No,
again.
he looks like a fucking menace.
like,
Dog, I'm looking at it, I got the chills
he
looking
was
at
like
it
a
right now.
travieso. That motherfucker had silver teeth as a kid.
Oh, for sure, dude.
But like,
That's probably
So-
Richard Ramirez and shit, dog. Fuck that fool.
the Night Stalker.
So my sister-in-law drops me off at work one day, right? And the bartender is waiting for me. And so she's like, "Hey, I'm outside sitting on the whatever." And I was like, "All right, cool." Show up, and then I'm like, "Hey, what the fuck? Like the light's on. The sign, the Ace in the Hole sign is on." And I'm like, "We're supposed to turn that off during closing." Oh man, my fucking boss didn't close right? He didn't close right, so I'm like, all right, whatever. So I get out of the car, and then Renee's there. She's like, "Oh, hey, how's your day?"
That's the bartender you're talking about?
Yeah, the bartender. And as soon as we're walking up to the door, we hear the kuka, like somebody trying to come outside. Mm-hmm. Ain't no motherfucker in there because I got to open.
Right.
So I'm like, what the fuck? And so I'm like, all right, well, I'll open up the door quickly, like, kind of deal.
Get like a jump on him if there's anybody's
If
in there.
there's
Wait, so you thought it was an actual person? You thought it was...
It sounded like somebody fucking wanted to come outside, so I wasn't sure.
So when you opened it, you were trying to like fuck with the like a person, or
Get the drop on him.
or you
Get the
thought you were
drop
trying
on
to
him.
fuck with like the...
Like I opened it and then I waited.
Yeah.
And then I moved because there was 2 entrances. So I moved to the other one, opened that one, and
Yeah.
And then nothing was there. And then
shit.
the jukebox is on. The TVs are on, like 2 other TVs, and then the kitchen light. And I feel like he lived in the kitchen. I'll tell you another story right now. And so I walk in, I'm like, what the fuck? All right, well, go about business. Just turn on all the lights, regular day.
So this was when you were about to open, right?
Yeah, we just had opened up. It was like 11 o'clock.
So essentially everything should have been off,
Yeah.
obviously, right?
And so I call my boss, and I'm like, hey, the fuck? You get too drunk? You didn't close correctly? What the hell?
Yeah.
The owner, I was like, what the fuck? And he's just like, no, dude, I closed. I closed correctly.
Yeah.
Comes, shows me the camera.
Everything's off.
Everything's
Shut up.
He's like, here's me closing everything. As soon as I got there, he's like, this is when you showed up. And everything just...
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
What?
He was giving you a heads up. Like he's helping you out and shit, helping you open.
There was...
Oh, fuck that.
There was that
dude.
one.
Oh.
And then I was cooking one day. And we would always smoke in the back,
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
kitchen area, like the kitchen, you just smoke in the back, whatever. And it was fucking hot, dude. It was hot. I had to close the door, let the AC run.
Yeah.
I couldn't have that door open. That AC wasn't strong enough. But then all of a sudden, I felt something. And I was like,
Did you feel something in your booty hole or what?
yeah, it felt like somebody was behind me. And I was like, what the fuck?
Smelling your neck
And
from the
then I
back
was
and
like,
shit.
I don't know who's in here right now, but you're not allowed in here. And then, so I'm cooking like this, right?
Yeah.
On my left side is where I have all my pans and spatulas and like shit that hangs.
Yeah.
And all of it just,
Shut the fuck
like
up.
all of it just starts moving.
Oh, hell no, dude.
Like, but not for like it wasn't like, oh shit. And like everything's going crazy. It was just like somebody just like walked and then
dude, that would have been
like
creepier,
flicked
dog.
it.
like touched it and you could see it move. And I was just like, oh shit.
Dude, I think I would have shit myself, dog. Straight
It
up.
was, but I was like in a rush and I was just like, let's keep fucking going.
Oh hell no,
Power
dude.
through it.
Yeah, but there's been several instances.
Oh,
When
shit.
and where was Ace in the Hole?
It's off of it's Treywood and
So
Mountwood.
you know the UFC gym,
Mm-hmm.
the
the
Circle
car wash
K?
and all that.
Oh, okay,
Right
okay.
there in that little shopping center.
Oh, all right. I
It's
remember
closed now.
hearing about it. Yeah, I know it's not around anymore. Wow,
Dude, that's scary shit.
that's some
Oh,
fuck, dude.
fuck
That you need to send me that shit because I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
hey,
I'm gonna.
if Jono gives us that picture, he'll send it to me. I'll edit it. I'll blur out the ladies' faces so y'all can see that shit.
Yeah,
Unedited, other than the ladies' faces, okay? Because I don't. Fuck
yeah. We
with
don't
it.
want to dime
Yeah.
out anybody. So.
Yeah, no, for sure. But
That is some
oh
freaky
my
shit,
God,
dude.
Georgie, do you have any fucking stories about
I have one,
anything?
and it's about. I don't know what it was. Maybe a ghost, but I was home alone, and it was.
How old were you?
I was a senior in high school.
Okay.
And so I was 17, and I remember we had 2 dogs. We had my Shih Tzu named Blitz, and then a poodle named Luna. Luna's still with us.
Nice. R.I.P. Blitz.
Yeah, rip to my boy.
The ghost took him.
You fucking
Fuck,
asshole.
I hope not. But I remember nobody was home, and I was by myself, and it was like the sun was setting, and Luna, she's already kind of a weird dog,
Yeah.
and that day she was being really weird. And I remember it was super quiet, and I don't know what I was watching, Sports Center or a game or something, and I go and check just to see what's going on, and Luna's in my sister's room with her arm on the windowsill on my sister's bed looking out, and then she turns so slowly, dude, and gives me this look. She like turns really slowly and gives me like this side eye. And I like that took me back. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I know you're weird, but you're not this weird.
Yeah.
And then like it got really cold, like in a snap. It got cold.
Oh, hell
and
no,
then
dude.
I felt somebody behind me like you. And then I just hear somebody like whisper in my ear like, hey.
Shut the fuck up,
And then
dude.
I turned around, I threw
I got chills, dude.
dude, I threw my elbow. I threw
Dude.
my elbow like I thought somebody broke in. I was like, damn, they're inside. And I threw my elbow and nothing was there. And then Blitz is like right there, and I could see he was kind of nervous. He wasn't acting right either.
Yeah.
And he wasn't barking. It was like almost he was scared. And he was like his tail was up, his fucking like
His on the spine, that spine, the
yeah.
head. Oh,
And he was
hell
like
no,
like kind of like ready to go if shit went down. And then Luna, she was like a human, sitting down like a human with her paw, her arm on the windowsill, and she's looking at me. And then I hear that, and I was like, what the fuck? And then I threw my elbow, nothing was there. And then I look back, and nobody's there, dude. And then I immediately, the cold feeling went away, and like it started to get back to normal.
Man, that
and
was Luna's only chance to communicate
For
with
real.
you. And then
Damn.
you fucking threw blows.
I know, dude. Y'all fucking throwing blows and she's all trying to say what's up.
It sounded like a guy. It sounded
Yeah.
like a fucking old guy.
Oh,
and
fuck.
and I just remember I was like, yeah, like a hey.
Wow,
And I was like,
fuck
what
that.
the fuck? So I threw my shit bag and I was like, oh, hell no. And then everything in like a minute later, everything was okay. And I didn't see anything. I checked the thermostat. Temperature never changed, dude.
Did your balls shrivel up?
Fuck yeah, they did.
Do you guys believe in ghosts?
I personally don't.
I don't.
But you have this
But I
encounter.
have that encounter. And
Okay.
I'm thinking.
And are you choosing to just say no to the other world?
I think
No,
me personally,
not-
I say yes. I try to say no to it.
But you have a feeling?
Dude, I believe in everything, dog.
So, okay, you believe in everything.
I think so.
Because it's crazy. I was watching The Vampire Diaries. You know, just, you know.
What's that?
The Vampire
The Vampire? It's on CW, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
True Blood without
yeah.
titties.
Okay.
Right.
Without
So it
titties.
sucks.
So fuck that show.
It's really
I want to
good.
see titties. Titties.
But basically, the whole reason vampires and like werewolves, it's because of it's all magic and energy and shit
Yeah.
like that. And if ghosts are okay, who's to say everything else isn't?
Hey, that's true.
You know, because if you're able to put a hex on somebody, or because the reason vampires came about on Vampire Diaries is because the mom did the spell to make them vampires.
Yeah.
So if there's a spell to do that, like, and there's ghosts trying to come from another world,
Right.
you know, like,
Yeah.
what's the fucking government hiding?
Hey,
Shit,
what the
everything,
fuck?
bro.
I do.
Underground prisons.
I got a couple stories about that paranormal shit. Like I said, I don't fuck with ghosts. I don't fuck with spirits. I don't even watch those movies. I don't watch scary shit. The only scary shit that I like is like I said, killers. Michael Myers, cool, whatever. You know, it's cool, whatever. So one time in high school, I don't know if you remember Jonathan with the little hatchback.
Yeah.
So one time it's a hatchback, okay, a little Honda. So it's him, his girl in the front, and in the back it's a 3-seater in the back. So it's me.
It's tall Jonathan, right?
Baseball player.
Yeah. Beautiful eyes?
Yeah, beautiful eyes, yeah. That motherfucker with the beautiful eyes.
He works for LNF, I think.
Yeah, he does. Or he used to. I don't know if he does anymore. So we're in his little hatchback. It's like 3 of us crammed in the back. It's whatever, you know, it's chill. So we go to Gravity Hill. Okay. So for those of you that don't know, Gravity Hill is like this fucking basically a hill on the west side of El Paso that they say is haunted through spirits as far as like a school bus and full of kids and all. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's been twisted over the years. So anyway, we go up there, you know, it's like a caravan of us, probably like 3 of us. We're all packed, you know, 3 cars packed up, all of us crammed up in that bitch. So we go, and the thing is that you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put your car in neutral, turn off the headlights, and just let it do its thing. So the legend is, fuck, dude, I got the chills just talking about this shit. Holy shit. So I hate talking about this story.
Are you in the room?
No, shut up, bitch. Hey, fuck that. Get the fuck out of here, whoever's in here. Nah, so anyway, it's supposed to, the kid, you're supposed to put baby powder on your back bumper or your back, like the trunk.
On your bum.
Yeah, on your bum. Yeah, you're supposed to put baby powder on your bum. And they say, you know, you put your car in neutral, you turn off the lights, you let it do its thing, and it pushes you up. Those kids, you know, the legend is that those kids of that, oh shit, my bad. Of those at school bus, they push you up. So you're supposed to see fingerprints or whatever. We didn't have fucking baby powder. We just went after a football game on a Friday. Like I said, we're crammed up in that bitch. My boy puts his shit in neutral and then turn off the lights. Next thing you know, we're moving. Boom, we're moving slowly. It's whatever. It's you're just like, we're fucking our kids, you know, we're teenagers. Yeah. We're fucking around. There's chicks in the car. They're the homies, whatever. Next thing you know, like we lose the caravan somehow. So it's just us. We're going up. And then all of a sudden, these lights, oh fuck, chills again, dog. So next thing you know, we see these 2 headlights in front of us. Out of nowhere, they just turn on, boom. And we're like, what the fuck? So in this car, it's just coming straight at us, dude, like a madre, like fast, full speed. And we're like, yo, like, turn this shit on. Let's get the fuck out of here, right? So my homie, Jonathan's girlfriend's punching him, like literally punching him, like, hey, John, wake the fuck up. Like, he's in a trance, dude. So he's like this, hand on the wheel. He's just like in a trance, bro. Like, he stuck, frozen. Yeah. She's punching him, hitting him. John, what the fuck? And we're like, hey, turn on the fucking car, this and that. She smacks him, and then at the last second, right before the truck's about to hit us, the car turns on. And like, so he like fucking swerves to the left. And then next thing you know, the car, it was like an old school Chevy. I'm thinking like a 60s, 70s truck. It's a baby blue with white.
Like an S10 or something?
Yeah, dude, I can see it to this day. Next thing you know, the car, like, the lights are in front of us. Our car's on, and we're like, bro, like, let's get the fuck out of here. I see this person get out of a car, the driver, right? I can see him perfectly to this day. He's wearing light blue pants, no shoes, okay? No socks, nothing, just barefoot. He's wearing like a red shirt, like a red button up. No face, it's all dark. The face was legit black, dude. Long hair, it looked like a hippie, but no face. Oh, you kids, get the fuck out of here, this and that. And he starts talking shit. And we're like, what the fuck? So we're like, bro, let's get the fuck out of here. So my boy turns on his shit. We take off. Boom. We're fucking going through the neighborhood or whatever. We see the car behind us, woo, like chasing us. And then, fuck, dude. Chills again, dog. Oh, shit. So then my boy turned into a neighborhood, like the first neighborhood he can like go into. So he turns in there, turn off the lights, turn off the car right away. And then all of a sudden, the car just disappears, dude. Like straight up, it just disappeared. And we're like, what the fuck just happened? So we were all traumatized, dude. So we hit up, I think I called up my sister, like, yo, where you at? She said, oh, we're at Gina's house. So we all fucking go to the party. Dude, all of us were like, my sister says to this day that we were pale, like we were white. Yeah. Like all of us were white. Of course. And that we're all of us were just sitting down and like with our beer in our hands, just drinking like we're dead. And she's like, what the fuck just happened to you guys? And we're like, dead silent, dude. Like we had nothing to say to anybody for the longest time. My sister straight up had, like, she'll tell you for, like, 2 days I didn't talk to them. Like, it was weird as fuck. That dude straight up disappeared, dog. Like, it was fucking crazy. That was one night. So then, I'm thinking maybe months later, I don't know. There was probably a group of 50 of us. And we go to this house that they say was haunted by Loretto.
Mm-hmm. Oh, in Central?
Yeah, in Central. So then next thing you know, the house was actually had a fence around it, like not like a gate, but like just a fence. Like if someone was doing construction type shit.
Oh, so, like a chain link fence?
Yeah, like a chain link fence, like just propped up.
Yep.
So then my homie's like, we're going to jump it, blah, 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 this and that. And I'm like, hey, y'all go ahead. Like, I'm going to chill in the car. So me and the people that were actually there at Gravity Hill, we stayed in the car because this was a different night. Mm-hmm. We're like, fuck, we ain't fucking with any of that shit. So about 30 people jumped the fence, and they said they got in, that it was like a 2-story house, but like I guess they had a basement. But there was no first floor. So I guess they went through like the stairs. So they went down. There was like a ladder, construction here and there. And there's a TV. There's no, like, they flick on the lights. There's no lights, no electricity. Light. The TV turns on, boom. Like static and shit.
What the fuck?
And then everybody was like, what the fuck? They're all like looking at it like, oh shit. everyone's locked in. Next thing you know, the ladder just falls. Boom. As soon as the ladder fell, dude, everybody just scrammed, bro. I remember we're chilling in the car. I'm chilling with some of the people that didn't want to get off. And next thing you know, you just hear a bunch of yells, this and that. Boom, people are jumping off the fence, jumping in the cars, and we just book it, bro. This was the scariest shit ever. And I was like, shit, I wasn't even in there. I was scared shitless. I didn't know what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was crazy as fuck. Like, that was some serious shit. Those were probably like the only instances that I ever encountered anything, but I'm cool with leaving it at that. I don't want to encounter anything anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that shit was creepy as fuck.
Other than the time I'm at house, I've never ran into anything like that.
Shit, hopefully we never do anymore and shit.
I mean, I'm interested. It's interesting. I don't like we were talking, I don't really believe in it, but it's funny. I'm kind of hypocritical. I believe in aliens and shit.
Oh, speaking of aliens, fuck yeah, dude. Like, that's actually going to be for a nice transition, dude. I like that. No, but...
you remember the one I told you?
No.
At my apartment? The one in Castellano?
Oh, yeah, you just told me. Yeah. You want to say it for the... You want to say it right?
It's up to you.
We're at about an hour 15. So you see, guys.
Let's save it. Let's keep the people waiting.
Save it. All right. We're just gonna end it right there, guys. We don't fuck with spirits, by the way. We do fuck with beer and brews. So we'll let y'all know when all the good shit starts going down.
Jono, you want to plug anything?
Yeah, go for it.
I hope everybody learns to look inward, not outward. The more you look inward, the more you'll learn, and the more you'll be able to help other people. And my Instagram's that's Jono. And if you ever want to talk or just have a good conversation, 915-373-0063.
Hi, wait, I like that. Not even the DMs and shit, straight up to the motherfucking phone. Mike Jones, I like this shit. Hell yeah.
004.
Hey, I like that. Good shit. So like you said, you can find Jono at That's Jono on Instagram. He's a dope motherfucker. You guys better follow him. He's cool as hell. He's very knowledgeable about shit.
Yeah, we'll put out shit when on the Monroe Instagram when he's spinning or he's
for sure. So we all can support.
Fuck yeah.
George, you want to say anything else?
No, that's it. I just want to shout out the USPGA. They were gonna pair Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka together, but they didn't.
Pretty good.
It would have been fun, but they didn't.
Good shit.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see you guys next time. Sorry about last week. Like I said, jail fucked this up. Thursdays, 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 Central, 10 Mountain, 9 Pacific. Next week, we're going to have our friend Milo, okay? Milo, he's going to be talking about some alien shit and as well as some movie stuff. So if anybody out there likes aliens and movies, let's get it.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Bye con Dios.
I love you.
Bye con Dios.